everyone, and welcome back to another little bonus New Age DFS preview for this Premier League slate on a Champions League day.
Got a tough two-gamer, and we got kickoffs 45 minutes apart, so you only really have 15 minutes to do lineups. It's going to be a tough MME day for hand building, but let's just get right into it. Brighton, Tottenham, our favorite team, Brighton, plus 125 for Tottenham. Brighton have been really, really awful. If this is their lineup, it's not much better. Gross should take most. Maybe March takes a few corners.
I think it'll be more of a split. But either way.
You're hoping March doesn't play and it's just Gross or just McAllister. And then for Tottenham, should be Son, but we did see Reguilon take a corner last game. I'm not sure if it's an anomaly or not, but could be interesting. And then Arsenal-Liverpool should be fun to the neutral to watch during Champions League, but Liverpool minus 110. I'm going to go over here for projected lineups. We saw Martinelli taking corners over Cedric, and they scored off the Martinelli corner, so I would assume that doesn't change. It has been kind of wacky with them.
It is Arsenal.
Yeah, they keep changing.
There'll be Odegaard outswinger split with Saka now. Watch.
Yeah, we should see Saka splitting with Martinelli. Maybe Odegaard takes a few. It shouldn't be Cedric. I mean, who knows? And then obviously Liverpool, Trent and Robertson would split.
Never change, Liverpool. Never change.
And the big thing is Salah. He did get subbed injured. Apparently he's good to go. We'll see. And let's just get into the pricing. Harry Kane and Son lead it off. They're probably the two best. I'd say I know Liverpool are bigger favorites. But this is a big game for Arsenal and Liverpool. I think the team you want to stack is Tottenham. Coming off a pretty bad loss against Man United, I think they're going to come out rejuvenated. Conte is going to, get into them. I mean, who do you like, Kane, Son?
Yeah, I like both of them. But I just feel like if you're playing Son, you're playing for a goal contribution. I don't think he'll be worth if he doesn't score or get an assist. Like, look at how cheap all of the people in that Liverpool Arsenal game are. They're all like 8K or cheaper, except for Salah, who's still cheaper than him anyway. I think Kane's still my favorite forward, though, just because he's been just on fire. They lost United, he still scored. He's just been scoring every game. Look at those logs. I think you just plug him in and then maybe pair with Son, maybe go for a Liverpool guy or an Arsenal guy with them. I think Kane's my favorite forward, though.
Yeah, it's tough because then we got Salah, and you're not used to seeing Salah below anybody. And never mind below 12K or something. I mean, 10-6, he's 10K every slate, 12K, 8,900 penalty last game. I mean, I know he's playing Arsenal, and Arsenal have been good. Let's be real, but Salah at 8,900 is still very intriguing.
Yeah.
Same with Saka. Another guy's just been really good. I do wish he was a little bit cheaper. I feel like 400 off of Salah is a little disrespectful, but I mean he keeps getting there too. So 14 floor without a goal contribution.
Forward is just stacked. Just so stacked.
It's stacked. Unlike Champions League, we got a stacked forward slate here. Couldn't combine the two slates, but next
probably more. Better forward slates alone than in all of the Champions Leagues, just players to pick from in general.
Right. So we are seeing that's supposed to be Jota playing over Luis Diaz. So Jota is GPP for me. And Mane's been really good. He's really, I was on the Mane train during this dry patch here where he just forgot how to play. And then I started playing him again. And then I stopped. And now he's been insane. I mean, he's cheap, and he's been good. Most of this has been at striker, though. So
yeah, I was going to say, I think it depends what you're seeing with the 9 or not. I think it's been correlating to whether he does well.
I mean, his floor recently has just been shots and fouls drawn, and really nothing else. But I am interested, though. And the next guy I'm interested in is Martinelli. I think he might be, almost a lock. 7,200, splitting sets. He is kind of goal contribution reliant. He can cross, but
a lot of those logs are without sets, remember.
Yeah, so I don't really mind Martinelli 7,200. Your boy Lacazette 6,700. He has been the merchant of playing the garbage teams. I mean, look at who he's played: Leicester, Watford, Wolverhampton, Brentford, Wolverhampton. He's been just insane. Yep. So, he's been getting there, but This is Liverpool. This is not Leicester. So I'm not playing him. I know he's cheap, but GPP, sure. Cash, no. I think another guy people will just flock to, regardless of whether if he's in, regardless of whether he's splitting or not. I think people will just flock to Gross because when he's in, he takes something.
Yeah.
6,100. Probably, I know he played 90 against Newcastle, but he's probably not playing 90 because that was about the only time he has. So he's interesting. I think I like him. I
I
think
think
he might.
it depends who's the other people around him of whether he splits or not. And then it also depends where he's playing. We've seen him play right wing back, CDM, Cam, CM. He kind of just plays all those different positions, and they affect how he does a lot of the time.
I think what this slate is that midfielder is really bad, so you're probably playing 3 of these guys.
Yeah.
So
or 4.
right, so you might just go Salah, Saka, Gross, or Son.
Martinelli. Any
Yep.
of them.
So we got, these guys are all just GPP, Malpai, and all of them. So let's just go to midfielder, where there isn't much. Got Kulusevski. Yeah, you can't play him in cash, in my opinion. So this is where it comes down. You play 3 or even 4 of these guys. You got Son, Salah, Saka. Like, you're not starved of options. You're just starved of midfield only options.
Yeah.
Smith Rowe's not going to play. Odegaard's been kind of hot, so I wouldn't be like hugely against Odegaard.
I just don't think it's the game. Like Liverpool, I think he'll shut him down pretty easily.
Oh, if Arsenal win, he's been the key to them just playing well, regardless of how he does DFS wise.
But Liverpool, clog that midfield with like 3 essentially CM just running around, and that's where Odegaard operates. I think you're mainly targeting guys like Saka and Martinelli on the counter attack and Trent Robert me pushing up so far.
Yeah, I agree. And we talked about the Brighton lineup is pretty key. As much as they've been struggling, their lineup is key because you don't see Gross and you don't see March, but you see McAllister. I mean, this is the first guy you pop in your lineup at 5,900.
Yeah, Brighton is very lineup dependent.
Very lineup dependent. So to know, it's Gross. Gross is playing with no March, no McAllister. He takes everything. Gross and March together. Gross and March will take. Gross, McAllister. Then it's like whoever's closest to the corner flag.
Yeah.
So it's tough. It's tough to figure them out. But
if it's all 3,
then you probably don't play any of them, and you just stack the Arsenal game or just stack Tottenham. So we keep going. You got guys like Højbjerg and Curtis Jones. Henderson's kind of cheap, actually. I'm not a huge Henderson guy, but
Partey's there too.
He's been good.
Yeah.
I wish he was Henderson price. Wish he's that little bit cheaper, but he's been getting for cheap. We've been on him too. Not last game, but the previous games been on him. So Xhaka, Naby Keita, I keep playing this guy. Somebody stop me from playing Naby Keita, please. He's so bad. So I'm praying he doesn't start because he's too cheap.
And avoid Basuma.
Yeah, I always play Basuma. I didn't play him last game. He sucked. I'll pass. I'll pass this time on him. Fabinho, I like actually 3,400.
You've never said that before.
I never said that, but 3,400 is cheap for a guy who's going to get you 7. And on a slate where there's a lot of stacked guys.
He loves a good random goal too off of a set piece.
Yep. Double center back flicked header to him who taps it in. All right, defender. Do you just plug Trent and Robertson?
I think you can because of how cheap the Arsenal-Liverpool game prices are. But if you're playing Son or Kane or both, it becomes a little more tricky to fit both. But still, with one, very doable.
I think that there's a couple keys here. If you're playing Trent and Robertson, or if you're not, I think you decide whether you want to play Reguilon, who just randomly took a corner last game. Whether
he's just a good player too, though.
Yeah, he's better for DFS than like Sessegnon, who's out. Same with I'm not playing Doherty, but Lamptey was good. But I think the next 2 guys, Tierney and Cedric, are very interesting. Especially, I mean, Tierney always seems to get there, no matter how good or bad he's been. I mean, you'll take a 14 or a 10 from him at his price. Same with Cedric, who no longer is on sets, unfortunately, or what we know. So, but defenders loaded too. So you could play 3 of these guys as well as playing 3 or 4 forward/mid players.
Yeah.
Like Cucurella, same thing. Van Dyke,
Lamptey.
GPP, Lamptey. There's no shortage of options. Like any of these guys, you can make a case for. It's just how your build fits. Salary isn't like a huge, hinderer here. So
You're gonna have a lot of freedom, and there's a lot of options for that freedom. So
yeah,
tough slate.
but you got 15 minutes to figure it out. Can't overthink. So goalkeeper, as we are goalkeeper lovers. I'm not loving this slate for goalkeeper though.
No, this is like the worst goalkeeper slate ever.
I think I like Lloris, and you're just hoping that he wins.
Yep.
You're not hoping for a clean sheet. You're hoping that he wins. Because, I don't really see any of these teams. Maybe Ramsdale gets a lot of saves.
Yeah, Ram's just kind of interesting.
But I don't know if Allison's been looking. I know he's kept a clean sheet, but he's been looking kind of shaky, in my opinion. He carried the ball out of the box. The ref didn't call it. He makes all these back passes. He whiffs. One of these days, a team's going to punish him for it. But I like Lloris. There's no way in hell I'm playing this guy. I know
He
he
got
got
there.
10. No way. I'm not playing this guy. No. So
I kind of like him as a GPP leverage play.
I'm
You never
not
really
playing
know
him.
what you're going to get from Tottenham. You might get the terrible Tottenham. He just loses 1-0. Plays like just awful, like they did against Middlesbrough. And like their goalkeeper nuked that game too.
Well, I know what I'm getting from Brighton, though.
Yeah.
I know they're terrible. So,
Not wrong.
so I'm going to pass on Mr. Robert Sanchez. But hope you guys enjoyed. We did go through this one a little quicker, but hope you guys enjoyed this and the UCL preview. If you guys want to comment, like, subscribe, another golf video coming out. We got
Join the
content.
Patreon.
Join the Patreon. First link in the description. Members are crushing. We're going to keep it going. Content, most soccer slates on the YouTube channel. Hopefully the prize pools keep filling. And we'll see you guys later. Peace.
Later.